first on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 Midday starts now.
Well, good morning to you and welcome into Fox 10 Midday on this Tuesday. I'm Ashley Mitchell.
Meteorologist Nicholas Roboso on the St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Happy to be.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it's a fantastic start to the day.
It is a chilly start.
Yes, it was
sure.
very, very cold. As you said, we had so many so many folks got below freezing.
Really
morning.
quick though, I'm in my green. Where's your green? I think people are probably going to be wondering.
We have a green wall, so
right here.
I have socks
and they're
that are green, and they're Grinch. They're
Christmas Grinch to be exact, which is so fitting for this cold day.
Yes, giving us the chilly feel because we do have that. Let's take a look outside right now. You can see here that is 45 degrees down at the beach in Orange Beach. That's how cold it is out there. 46 D'Iberville and 47 in Mobile. This has been the most stunning view to look at all morning. A north wind at 8 miles per hour, dew point at 25, so extremely dry air is in place. Feeling like 40 degrees with a light northerly wind. Still be a nice day to drive along the beach. Go eat one of the restaurants down there. Not on the beach, though. It's going to be cold if you're out there. Next few hours in Mobile, temperatures getting up to the 50s under a sunny sky. So a really nice forecast for whatever outdoor plans that you have here. In Pensacola, little northerly wind, sunny skies, blue skies for you. This is not spring break weather, but we will see a warming trend in the days ahead. That is a part of our big weather headlines. A cold night tonight. We're going to see temperatures getting close to freezing for many locations again north of Interstate 10. If you're on the Highway 84 corridor, you'll probably hit freezing. Then warming trend over the next 7 days. We get all the way up to around 80 plus degrees by this weekend. So buckle up, spring breakers. You actually have a nice forecast this week. Very dry forecast as well. No rain over the next 7 days. The warming trend, here it is. You can see 55 degrees this afternoon, but 62 on Wednesday, 70s hit on Thursday. Friday's really comfortable. The weekend, I have 81 here. I've seen a couple of forecast models showing middle 80s, so that's definitely a possibility. But another thing to think about, there's no rain in this forecast over the next 7 days and possibly beyond. So we'll have a look at those long range outlooks. We'll try to find any rain for you there, and we'll have a look at the temperature outlook for tonight and the days ahead. All of that coming up.
All right, Nick, thank you. Well, happening right now, it's a sea of green at Cathedral Square as the annual St. Patrick's Day Parade gets ready to roll in downtown Mobile. My friend Stephen Moody is live there this morning. And Stephen, the party started just a little bit ago, right?
Yeah, Ashlyn, that's right. Good morning. It has been a wonderful St. Patrick's Day here in Mobile, and it started right before the sunrise with the annual Kegs and Eggs, Green Kegs and Eggs breakfast happening at O'Daly's. Now, the significance of that is, what makes that so amazing is the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick use that as their home base where they gather, they put their pins on, they all put on their green jackets, and they celebrate with a little bit of breakfast before making their way down here to Cathedral Square. Now, we are live here at Cathedral Square where over 400 members of the Sons of St. Patrick have made their way out of the cathedral here, and now they are lining up for the annual parade. Now, this parade is always amazing. Thousands of people always come out here as the parade makes its way down Cathedral Square. You can hear the band playing now, and the music just radiates here throughout the entire area. So just to give you an idea of where this parade will start, it'll start here on Cathedral Square, and then it'll go down South Claiborne Street, then down Government, up South Franklin Street, down Dolphin Street, left on Royal, all the way to the Battle House. So this route here is an amazing one. In years past, it has been a little warm, so the cold temps are actually helping out today because people don't have to worry about sweating out here as they wait for those throws. Now, I had a chance to speak to a member of the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick here earlier today, and he mentioned that all of this is to make sure that people have a great time He said that he's so grateful that after a fantastic Mardi Gras season, people still have the energy to come out for a parade like this, and come out they have. It seems like the city of Mobile still has a little bit more partying left in their system. So once again, the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick are out here. They're leaving Cathedral Square as they're getting ready to line up for this parade. And just to give you another rundown of this parade route, it will start here at the cathedral, and then we'll go down South Claiborne Street, down Government, up South Franklin Street, down Dolphin Street, left on Royal Street, back to the Battle House. So we're going to go ahead and get our spot here so we can enjoy the parade with all of these amazing people here, and we'll have the full story coming up at 3 o'clock during Fox 10 Live. But for now, reporting live this morning here in downtown Mobile, Stephen Moody, Fox 10 News.
All right, Stephen, thank you. And first in our headlines today, we begin with breaking news out of Pritchard. The Mobile County Sheriff's Office arresting this man on your screen, 20-year-old Jonathan Lee Robinson. MCSO says Robinson and another teen boy were brought in by their parents for the deadly shooting on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive over the weekend. Deputies say the victim, 17-year-old Isaiah Cortez Johnston, was found dead in a car after being shot multiple times. Investigators say it all happened Sunday night when a white 2016 Ford Fusion with 6 people inside pulled up to a gas station on MLK Avenue. The sheriff's office says the passenger in the front seat went inside the store, then came back out and began shooting at the car. We're told all 5 passengers ran away while the driver was taken to a hospital where he later passed away. Robinson has been charged with felony murder. MCSO also says that the other passengers in the car have been identified as juveniles and they will receive felony murder charges as well. We will keep you updated in this case. And meanwhile, we are also learning more about a partnership between the Mobile County Sheriff's Office and the Pritchard Police Department. Pritchard Mayor Carletta Davis says it's aimed at strengthening the police department. Now, the Sheriff's Office already assists with major crimes investigations, and that partnership is now expanding to include officer training.
They attend our in-service training, through the year, and if we get some specialized schools here locally, we'll invite them to attend that, free of charge.
Mobile County Sheriff Paul Birch says they also plan to overhaul the Pritchard Police Department's evidence room to just improve efficiency and accountability there. In the meantime, an overnight crash closed part of the General Wilson Bridge for much of the morning. Officials say around 1:40 last night, a commercial vehicle crashed, causing a lane closure on I-65 northbound near mile marker 27. Investigators say that the tanker truck caught fire after the crash and multiple fire units responded. About an hour ago, the northbound lanes were reopened after officials inspected the bridge for damage. We're told Aaliyah is investigating this accident. And a police pursuit, a high-impact crash, and a foot chase. Plus, a teen suspect tackled in a neighbor's front yard. And all of this was caught on home surveillance video. This unfolded yesterday afternoon when police say they tried to stop the driver of a stolen truck, but the driver took off on your screen there. Officers gave chase and the pursuit ended when the teen slammed into a parked truck on Panorama Boulevard. Well, he then jumped out and tried to run, but was tackled and arrested. The teen was taken to the hospital with injuries from this crash, but it is unclear at this time what charges he could face. And meanwhile, federal agents say a video posted on Instagram during Mardi Gras week has led to a federal gun case against a Mobile man. Listen to this. According to a newly filed federal complaint, it started with a video that mocked the death of a man involved in one of the Joe Cain Day shootings in downtown Mobile. In the video, agents say another man is shown lying on the ground, mocking the nature of the first man's death. They say while he's doing this, he's carrying a pistol in his waistband. That's when a federal agent reviewing the video said he noticed a Glock switch on the gun. Well, about 40 minutes later, gang intelligence officers say they spotted the suspect, Braden Thomas, on North Broad Street near Spring Hill and therefore arrested him. The man who has been leading Iran's response to ongoing American and Israeli airstrikes has been killed, along with more than a dozen other senior leaders. But so far, neither side is backing down. Fox News correspondent Trey Yanks picks up the story now from Tel Aviv.
American and Israeli attacks on Iran are still intensifying, and on Tuesday, Israeli airstrikes took out dozens of top officials, including this man, Ali Larijani, the secretary of the Supreme National Security Council. With the new supreme leader remaining sidelined, he was considered by many to be the de facto leader of Iran, dealing a major blow to the regime. And officials here say more strikes on Iranian leaders will be coming.
We have instructed the IDF to continue pursuing the leadership of the terror regime in Iran and to repeatedly cut off the head of the octopus and prevent it from regrowing.
Meanwhile, Iran responding with attacks throughout the Middle East. Millions of Israelis spent the night in bomb shelters. And on Tuesday, an Iranian military spokesperson delivered a direct challenge to President Trump in English, saying the attacks will continue.
A message to the President of the United States. The outcome of war cannot be determined by tweets.
But there are also reports that U.S. and Iranian diplomats are now communicating directly for the first time since the start of the war, raising hopes for a peaceful settlement, though President Trump says the strikes will continue as long as Iran poses a threat.
They're sending thousands of missiles into countries that didn't expect to be in the war because they wanted to take over the Middle East.
The fight against Iranian proxy groups is also escalating, with Israeli forces pushing deeper into southern Lebanon. In Tel Aviv, Trey Yingst, Fox News.
Also today, the director of the National Counterterrorism Center has resigned. In his letter to President Trump, Joe Kent wrote, quote, "I cannot in good conscience support the ongoing war in Iran. Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation, and it is clear that we started this war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby," end quote. National Counterterrorism Center functions under the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, and reports directly to her as the #1 official intelligence official. Well, meanwhile, rescue crews dug through the rubble of a drug rehab hospital in Kabul this morning after this facility was hit by a Pakistani airstrike. Afghan officials there said the strike killed at least 400 people, while another 250 people were reportedly injured. Pakistan, though, denied it targeted this hospital and claims its strikes in eastern Afghanistan did not hit any civilian strikes. The late-night strike marks a significant escalation in the conflict between Afghanistan and Pakistan as a whole. In Havana, candles and flashlights are necessities today while the country faces a worsening energy crisis triggered by the United States. The White House disrupted Cuba's oil supplies from Venezuela after capturing Nicolas Maduro. And Monday, the island's power grid collapsed, plunging 11 million people into total darkness. U.S. and Cuban officials are discussing a solution, but President Trump isn't holding back his true desire.
I do believe I'll be having the honor of taking Cuba. That'd be good. That's a big honor.
Taking Cuba.
Taking Cuba in some form, yeah. Taking Cuba. I mean, whether I free it, take it, I think I could do anything I want with it. You want to know the truth?
What I hope he means is that we're going to get a democracy where the people of Cuba pick their leaders.
According to the New York Times, the Trump administration has made clear to the Cubans that no meaningful progress can be made until Cuba's president, Miguel Diaz-Canel, is removed from power. It's 11:12 now, still to come on Fox 10 Midday. Folks across the country are digging out of scenes just like this on your screen as a major winter storm moved across a dozen states, pummeling areas, knocking out electricity and dropping feet of snow. We have a full update for you after this, but first, Nick, how are things faring for us locally?
It's a cold day out there today with temperatures in the 40s. Eventually we'll get up into the 50s. Here's your catnap forecast for today. If you want to have your cat submitted showed on the catnap forecast, do send in your photos on the Fox 10 weather app. The caption said Sleepyhead for this one. I don't know if it's this guy's name, but Sleepyhead we'll call it. Katie Jackson sending this photo in.
Welcome back. Heavy rainfall, snow, and damaging winds hitting more than a dozen states. The conditions left hundreds of thousands without electricity. Fox Weather's Robert Ray has more.
Utility crews are working to restore power to more than 500,000 homes and businesses after a massive storm system swept across the country.
I expected snow, but I didn't expect it to be as bad as they said it was going to be.
In the Midwest and Great Lakes, folks are digging out after a blizzard buried parts of the region under feet of snow. For Green Bay, Wisconsin, this marked the biggest snowstorm in more than, get this, 130 years.
I was off today anyway because this is my birthday present, apparently, was this blizzard.
On the roads, near hurricane force winds caused whiteout conditions, stranding drivers. Plow trucks are now working around the clock to clear the snow and ice.
A lot of those issues we are seeing are dealing with road issues such as snow blocking vehicles or semis that might have a difficult driving, jackknifing and blocking traffic.
Monday afternoon, this same system barreled east, where wind gusts as high as 70 miles per hour down trees and power lines across nearly a dozen states.
It sounded like an earthquake because the house shook.
The conditions also causing major traffic disruptions in the skies. By Tuesday morning, thousands of flights were delayed and hundreds of others canceled.
We were heading to Orlando, Florida, got to the gate, sitting there, almost about to board, and then every flight was canceled.
Cold temperatures are following this extreme storm, so all the snow that you see here, well, it's just going to freeze, no melting anytime soon. In Marquette, Michigan, Robert Ray, Fox Weather.
(11:18). Why not look at Dublin, Ireland? That place is busy. Wow, so many folks out there enjoying this St. Patrick's Day. A lot of jackets out there again. This is in Dublin, Ireland, so far away, but a really cool view there. We have some cold temperatures here. Jackets needed overnight tonight. Mostly clear skies overnight with a slight breeze. Not as bad as it was last night, but cold again. 32 degrees in Mobile. Points north will be freezing, points south will be above freezing tonight in your forecast. Here are the lows: 30 degrees in Monroeville, 32 Grove Hill, 30 in Evergreen, 30 in Bruton, 31 in Atmore, 32 Mobile, and 36 in Pensacola here, 37 Gulf Shores. Another cold night tonight, but a warming trend begins for us. By this weekend, we'll be talking about high temperatures in the 80s. It's a very dry forecast as well. Little to no rain expected over the next 7 days. The GFS forecast model, barely anything. And we're really not expecting much. We have no significant systems coming through over the next 7 to 10 days, which is somewhat of a rarity for March. One of the reasons why we have this, a huge ridge of high pressure over the western United States and easing into the central United States here. With this, we keep northwesterly flow aloft, but no systems coming down this flow. And that ridge will lead to some very warm temperatures over the western United States, and we start to warm up as well. This afternoon, we're cool, though temperatures below average. Temperatures in the 50s here under a sunny sky. A nice afternoon for whatever plans you have. 55 degrees Calvert, 55 degrees in Mobile, Loosedale, 54 degrees in Leakesville, 54 Atmore, Bruton, 52 in Monroeville, and 51 in Grove Hill. Tomorrow afternoon, the numbers go up. We get into the 60s, 62 degrees in Mobile, 61 Gulf Shores, 60 in Pensacola. One note about the coastal forecast, water temperatures are going to be held down over the next couple of days because of this cold shot, but the warming trend eventually arrives. And this weekend, a lot of spring breakers around here. We have temperatures that'll get up to around 80 degrees. Some forecast models indicating some higher numbers. So if you have weekend beach plans, we're still going to have some cold water, so keep that in mind. Right now, in the near term, though, the rip current risk is low into the early part of the weekend, so that's good news if you're wanting to get down there. Here is that weekend forecast. And again, temperatures in the 80s in the afternoon. Morning temperatures around 60 degrees. Pleasant mornings, nice warm afternoons. And talking about mild mornings in the days ahead. Oh, I think I just lost. Is it going to come back to me? No? There it goes. Okay, hi. You can see here temperature 60 degrees as we get through the rest of the mornings here into the weekend and early next week. So it is going to be a warmer feel there. Here's your 7-day outlook, and you can see spring begins there on Friday, and it's going to have that spring feel with those temperatures getting into the low 80s.
Right now in downtown Mobile for a look on this St. Patrick's Day.
There you go, Mommy.
Yeah, hey guys, this parade just getting underway here on Cathedral Square, and like I promised you around 10 minutes ago, it is a sea of green. You're looking at the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick as they hand out beads, flags, and other amazing items here as this parade is just now getting underway. You're also hearing the sounds of the McGill-Toolen Band, who is marching right now in this parade. So hundreds of people are out here on Cathedral Square as this parade gets underway. We have been talking about it all morning, just how this is the main event for St. Patrick's Day here in Mobile. It all started this morning at O'Daly's as the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick gathered there for the annual Green Kegs and Eggs event, and then they came here to the cathedral where they participated in Mass, and then now over 400 members, thank you sir, over 400 members are marching here through the streets of Mobile. Now, I just got handed some beads here, and I'm actually going to put those on. I got my green on as well. They were nice enough to give us some pins with shamrock on it, so it is a great time here. Now, like I mentioned earlier, they are going to be marching through the streets of downtown. They're starting here on Cathedral Square. They'll then make their way down South Claiborne, down Government, up South Franklin Street, down Dolphin Street, left on Royal, all the way to the Battle House, and that's going to be the route that they take. So we're just having a lot of fun here. My photographer, Lauren, she just got handed a flower here, so we're having a great time here. Now, I want to actually show the crowd here because I want you guys to see just the number of people that have made their way out here, even braving the cold temps to enjoy the parade here. So they're gonna go down here in the next few minutes here as they make the loop around here. There are so many more people as you make your way down Dolphin Street. So many people are out here. I actually did see Sheriff Paul Birch out here with one of the canines out here. People were able to pet a dog here. So tons of things to enjoy as we get ready for this parade to roll through. So if you have a chance to get a good spot here, we recommend that you stay there because the parade is headed your way. I'm gonna actually see if we can interview some of these people who are having a good time out here. We'll have that full story once again coming up here at Fox 10 Live at 3. But for now, reporting live here this morning here at Cathedral Square, Stephen Moody, Fox 10 News.
All right, Stephen, thank you. Glad to see you got your green out there as well. Looking forward to seeing that full story later on. It is 11:24 now. Still to come, we head to Fort Condy for this week's We the People as they reenact closer to celebrating America's 250th anniversary. Events are being held all across the area to mark the milestone in our nation's history. Well, this weekend, visitors to Fort Condy were treated to a very special reenactment. Arlie Peck takes you back in time with the Battle of Fort Charlotte in this week's We the People.
History came to life this weekend. With the backdrop of the American Revolution, Fort Condy was then known as Fort Charlotte, controlled by the British. Volunteer actors dressed in colonial-era clothing, reenacting the Battle of Fort Charlotte between Spain and Great Britain.
Some of them have characters, first-person characters. You can't speak to them unless you're their commander. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, it's like a living theater.
Spain's victory was huge for the founding of the United States, something this event aims to highlight as America is set to celebrate its 250th birthday.
One of the messages is that we want today's Hispanic communities to feel connected to the foundation of the United States through their ancestors. So these are wonderful opportunities. We find enormous interest and an enormous desire to know. The more history we know, the better we understand each other and the better our future will be.
I regret to have to meet you in certain circumstances.
I share your sentiment, Governor.
Amazing weather attracted a huge audience, many visiting Fort Condy for the first time.
I thought it was really cool, and it was a really cool reenactment of history, and I was definitely worth going to see.
Also on hand was the group America 250 Alabama, traveling the state promoting events, exhibits, and programming. ensuring all Alabamians have the opportunity to take part in the 250th.
And this is a great opportunity for us to celebrate the signing of the Declaration of Independence, but also that local Alabama history that helped shape our nation.
Port City and Fort Condé proud to celebrate their place in the founding of the United States.
In turn, I accept your surrender.
In downtown Mobile, Lee Peck, Fox 10 News.
Very neat story there. If you missed this, don't worry. Fort Condé has reenactments throughout the year, but it is open to visit weekly. For more information on those events, we have a link inside this story at fox10tv.com. It's 11:30 now. Thanks for staying with us on this St. Patrick's Day. Coming up, when applying for a job, the first thing a company sees is your headshot with your resume. We speak with a photographer and
committed to you. This is Fox 10 Midday.
Welcome back into Fox 10 Midday. Happening now, more pain at the pump. Amazon launches faster delivery options. Gyms and spas are overtaking retail space. And Steak 'n Shake's beef tallow tater tots spark a fiery online debate. Fox's CJ Papa has today's Fox Business Briefs.
The price at the pump continues to climb another 8 cents a gallon Tuesday morning, now up more than 80 cents since the conflict in the Middle East began.
It could linger, and lingering conflict means lingering higher oil prices, which has some problems with regards to consumer getting antsy.
Amazon launching faster delivery options in certain cities, but it will cost you. 1-hour delivery is now available in some places for $9.99 for Amazon Prime members and $19.99 for non-members. Amazon also offering 3-hour delivery in more than 2,000 locations. A new report shows service-based tenants like gyms and spas lease just over 50% of total retail square footage in 2025, surpassing goods-based retail for the first time. The shift is driven by consumers directing spending towards services, particularly wellness, which totaled more than $2 trillion in 2024. And Steak 'n Shake adding new tater tots cooked in beef tallow, part of a company-wide initiative cutting the use of seed oils. The switch sparking online debate. Several people say they're excited for the change, while others were a little more skeptical, saying they prefer the use of olive oil or avocado oil. CJ Papa, Fox News.
Well, if you're planning on traveling anytime soon, Southwest Airlines says it's ending flights to Chicago's O'Hare International Airport and Washington, D.C.'s Dulles International Airport. It will still be serving Chicago's Midway International Airport, the Baltimore Washington International Airport, and Arlington, Virginia's Ronald Reagan National Airport. The changes take effect June 4th of this year, and flights scheduled on or before June 3rd will operate as normal. Affected Southwest employees can also bid for open positions elsewhere across Southwest's network. Customers with flights already existing to those airports on or after June 4th will need to rebook or travel standby within 14 days of those travel dates and won't have to pay fare differences. Some good news there. Flyers can also request full refunds for unused ticket portions.
Another cold night ahead for the Gulf Coast before we settle into a warming trend, and eventually we'll see morning temperatures near 60 and afternoon highs near 80. But freezing temperatures tomorrow morning, 32 degrees in Mobile, 32 Bay Minette, 32 Grove Hill. You see 30 in Monroeville, in Evergreen, and in Bruton. A cold night is ahead, so growers and folks who have planted anything that it would be sensitive to this kind of cold, just be prepared. But I think this is our last one for a little while before we have temperatures that are a little milder in the morning. The warming trend takes us all the way up to 60 degrees or 59 degrees for Sunday morning, Monday morning, and Tuesday morning. It's one of our big weather headlines here, the warming trend continuing after a cold night happening tonight. Another huge part of this forecast is just how dry it is going to be over the next 7 to 10 days. There is little to no rain in our forecast. It is March, and typically we do have systems that pass through. We're just not seeing it in this forecast. Rainfall over the next 7 days from the GFS forecast model shows little to nothing. No major systems passing through. One of the reasons being we have a huge ridge of high pressure setting up over the west coast of the United States, and that will slowly drift east. It's going to cause some really warm temperatures over the southwestern U.S. The flow aloft is out of the northwest, and it's quiet. There's no systems riding down on this flow here. So we keep low rain chances over the next 7 days and dry conditions. A mostly sunny forecast this afternoon. Sunny skies and temperatures here in the 50s, 52 degrees at 2 p.m., 54 degrees at 4 p.m. Should be a nice sunset this evening. If you have any sunset photos, do send them in on the Fox 10 weather app. Here are your afternoon temperatures: 55, 54, 55 for Mobile, Fairhope, and Gulf Shores, 55 in Pensacola. Tomorrow afternoon, slightly warmer. Temperatures getting up into the 60s here. 62 degrees in Mobile, 60 Fairhope, 62 Bay Minette, 62 in Molino, Milton, and Crestview, 60 down the coast in Navarre, Destin as well, Pensacola. The warming trend takes us up into the low 80s, possibly middle 80s in the afternoon for our weekend, Saturday and Sunday. If you are heading down to the beach, though, understand because of this cool spell that we're having at the beginning of the week, the water temperatures are going to be held down a bit. So just prepare for that for spring breakers heading down there. Good news with our rip current risk forecast. It is low over at least the next 5 days. Still, we recommend that you pay attention if you're going down to the beach to those beach flags. Those are so important. Make sure you read the signs that are posted out there as well. Spring breakers, please beware of those rip currents just in case. The weekend forecast: a nice weekend to be outside. 81 degrees in the afternoon for Saturday and Sunday with some warmer temperatures away from the coast. Pleasant mornings right around 60 degrees. And yeah, you can consider those afternoons warm. The forecast over the next 7 days, again, there's no rain chance here. And you see how we're floating between a few more clouds on Wednesday as a weak system passes through in the upper levels, but it's weak, very weak. Thursday is a mainly sunny day. Friday, spring begins, and we have appropriately mild temperatures in the 70s. Then the Saturday, Sunday forecast is doing fine. I want to go to the 10-day outlook here. Again, you see no major systems here. So your temperatures float in the upper 70s or low 80s all the way through the very long range forecast here. And we will see those mild mornings returning. So if you like this kind of weather, if you like that spring-like weather, we do get it for an extended period beginning on Friday, first day of spring, and through a good chunk of next week.
All right, good news there, Nick. Thanks for that update. Well, the Alabama legislative session is more than halfway through now, and Governor Ivey has signed several bills into law. Morning anchor Sarah Wall is taking a look at some of these new laws, how they could impact you, and what's still being decided by lawmakers. In Depth with Sarah Wall, Alabama Legislative Session Review is available for you right now on the Fox 10 Gulfstream TV app. Well, in today's competitive job market, businesses may see your professional photograph well before they ever speak to you in person. Don G talked with a photographer and expression coach, helping people secure that interview to help get the job that finally helps you make ends meet.
In the world of business today, software scans for keywords, skills, and job titles, selecting what it believes to be the most qualified resume before a human ever takes a look at them. Your headshot serves the same purpose when potential employers are assessing you.
What kind of first impression do you want to make?
In any business today, your first chance to make a good impression is often digital.
We don't want to make a bad one, but what kind of a positive one do you want to make?
Your headshot is often part of the first screening process for that job through LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, or a corporate or professional website. It's no longer always face-to-face.
I can still tell you the last guy to give me a limp, moist handshake. It was a bad first impression.
You want your impression to be lasting, but not because it was unsatisfactory. Chris Gillette is a headshot specialist and expression coach based in Houston, Texas. His expertise? Making his clients look amazing and increasing their perceived level of know-how at what they do, which helps them attract new clients, new career opportunities, and sometimes new people into their lives. What does it take to get that perfect shot?
So expression is number one. The second thing is just knowing why you're doing it.
Gillette says you need to get it right, especially if you want to get, keep, or rise in the job. Headshot photo mistakes can be a career killer. What does your headshot say?
Does it still look like me? Or do I look like I've aged a lot? Or have I changed my hairstyle? Or is my body composition significantly different?
Gillette believes headshot mistakes like bad lighting, stiff posture, forced smiles and other little photo faux pas can work against you long before an interview begins. A little biased, of course, but Gillette says AI-generated headshots start by showing low effort.
It's two lies. One is that it's a photograph, and it's not a photograph. It has to pass as one to work, and then it purports to be of you, and it is most assuredly not of you.
Your headshot should show some ratio of confidence and likability to show you at your best.
Confidence meaning, hey, I'm good at what I do. I'm an expert at it. I'm successful at it. I'm the guy you want to call because I can help you. I'm also nice, trustworthy, and likable.
A picture is worth 1,000 words. A headshot could be worth thousands of bucks if it's done right and you get the job. Finding the right photographer helps.
When you are looking at these photographers' websites, here's the biggest tip. When you're looking at their portfolio of work, take your finger and cover up their mouths so you can only see the eyes.
Gillette's goal is to always capture a picture of your personality.
Can you still tell that they're smiling? If you can, that's a good shot. That means it looks authentic. It's a real smile.
Gillette stresses when you think you have found the photographer for you, ask if their process involves reviewing the shots you've taken and picking the shots you like most. If you're not happy, ask about reshoots as part of the fee you've already been charged. Helping you make ends meet. I'm Dawn G.
11:43 now, coming up right after this. Two brothers making it easy for New Englanders to enjoy St. Patty's Day activities. Plus, a preteen boy is considered a pure genius. Welcome back. Two brothers are rolling a teeny weeny taste of Ireland to New England with their tiny mobile pubs.
Brothers Matt and Craig Taylor, owners of We Irish Pub, built a miniature Irish pub on wheels that they tow to events like weddings, parties, and of course St. Patrick's Day events throughout New England.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're very busy today. The brothers came up with a concept during the COVID-19 pandemic.
That is such a cute little building. Oh my gosh. The mobile pub is designed and decorated with concepts from Irish pubs. Take a look at it.
Yeah, for each event, the brothers say they personalize the space, including creating posters with a family crest for the person hosting the mobile pub that day. That's so cool.
The brothers say they have 4 bars, including 2 Irish pubs, that are booked most weekends throughout the year.
Can only imagine they're so busy today. This would be fun. This would be fun to feature for sure.
That is just such a cute little trailer.
So how can we do an exclusive interview with these people?
I guess we have to hire them.
Guess we have to make a trip to England?
New England.
New England.
Oh my gosh.
2 very different places. But you know what? I would love to go to England as well.
Okay,
I love traveling the world. In the meantime, Apple fans have something to look forward to.
The company unveiled a surprise drop, the AirPods Max 2.
So it's a long-awaited update to Apple's over-ear noise canceling headphones.
The headphones feature the Apple H2 chip, which offers more effective active noise canceling.
Okay, the AirPods Max 2 will be available for pre-order on March 25th, so just a few days from now.
Yeah, the headphones will be available in 5 colors, which have a starting price here of $549. I do not use the over-ear headphones. I know a lot of people who do professional work, though, in audio do use them.
Yes, could definitely use those. I run a lot with my AirPods. I don't have the over-the-ear. My AirPods are constantly flying out of my ear when I'm on the treadmill, so not great.
Really?
Yeah, but I will say, personally, I don't love the noise canceling because I like to hear a little bit of what's going on around me.
Then you turn on transparency mode.
Okay, well, either way, I think I'll stick with mine.
Yeah, no, I do have to compliment Apple. I feel like these have the ones that I have lasted me a really long time. If I lose one, I can always find one because the Find My feature.
Oh,
I mean,
see, I don't have I have like the old AirPods.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, like when do you lose them, they're gone, kind of thing. So anyway, might need to upgrade for me. A local 12-year-old in the meantime is considered a genius. What a story.
Oliver Matos Reyes is a 7th grader at Mobile Christian.
His parents say he began reading at 2 years old and by 5 could name all of the countries on a globe and knew much of their economics.
So to determine just how smart Oliver was, the doctor suggested that to his mother that he take an IQ test.
I scored an IQ of 146. That would put me about in the genius range.
Extremely high.
Extremely high gifted range, in the 99.9th percentile.
Wow, I would assume so. Oliver has big plans for his future.
He wants to go to law school at Harvard, then become the leader of Venezuela to restore the country to a better economical spot. Those are some big aspirations
see him
there.
doing that for sure. My IQ is not that high.
No.
If you guys don't know by now.
Yeah, no, mine's not high. All right, let's just get right to the live cam here. On this St. Patrick's Day, you're looking from our Eastern Shore Toyota Camera Network at Dauphin Island. This is the Dauphin Island Sea Lab. Looking towards the bridge there, a quiet start, a cold start.
Welcome back. Shocking dash cam video released in the case of a stolen ambulance. Officials allege was very purposely driven through the lobby of a building. Jeremy Roth has this story and more in today's Take a Look at This.
Take a look at intense dash cam video that shows the moment police say a stolen ambulance was rammed through an Idaho office building. According to KTVB, authorities say the ambulance was stolen in February from outside a Boise area hospital. Court documents reportedly allege the suspect stopped to pick up cans of gasoline before ramming the vehicle into the Meridian office building. The documents say the suspect poured the gasoline on the floor, and police say she intended to set the building on fire, but was unsuccessful and fled as authorities arrived. A Boise woman was later arrested, police say, and she's pleaded not guilty to all charges against her, including malicious destruction of property. Another unnerving dash cam moment, although this one purely by happenstance. Michigan State Police shared the moment a trooper witnessed a tree come crashing down right in front of his vehicle on a snow-socked road. The state police's 7th district had no shortage of weather-walloped scenes to deal with and shared lots of other downed trees and power lines, warning residents against unnecessary travel. But troopers have to be out and about, and this one was nearly in the wrong place at the wrong time, which, if you think about it, means he wound up in the right place at the right time. Think positive, people! Finally, speaking of being overly sappy, that's what caused a portion of a major Los Angeles freeway to be temporarily shut down after authorities say a truck carrying syrup overturned and spilled the sugary substance all over the place. KABC reports the westbound lanes of I-10 were closed for nearly 9 hours while crews got the sticky situation cleaned up, meaning this sugary sweet snafu left many commuters plenty salty. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
That's like the worst possible substance that can spill out of a truck like that.
Did it smell good after?
Now we want pancakes, right?
I guess so. All right, let's get a final look at the forecast real quick. A couple things that we want to talk about. Showing the conditions down by the coast. So Gulf Shores International Airport and then Pensacola International Airport in Pensacola. So coastal conditions there, 48 degrees with a dew point of 23. Feels like 44 degrees. 46 at Pensacola, north at 12. Dew point at 21, so dry air is in place, 41 degrees for our feels like temperature. This afternoon, we top out 50s, 51 degrees in Grove Hill, 52 Monroeville, 55 in Mobile, 55 Gulf Shores, Pensacola, Navarre, Destin. Now, this will be our last one of an afternoon in the 50s for a while here. We get up into the 70s for Thursday and Friday. And then this weekend, 80s, 81 degrees. Could see some higher temperatures though. There's a look outside right now at Orange Beach. That is just the most stunning shot that we could, that's just beautiful. If it were not cold, that would be a great beach day.
Yeah.
Spring breakers, a low risk of rip currents into the weekend.
There you go. Well, thank you for watching on this St. Patrick's Day. You're lucky you're in green because let me just say, I will see you on Fox 10 Live at 3.